All right, fitness coaches, this has to stop once and for all, because I do not care how good your six-pack is. It is not the thing that you should be focusing on when it comes to building your fitness business. I'm going to share with you what an online coach sent me today, and I'm not happy about it. Firstly, because it's just creepy, but secondly, and more importantly, it shows me a sneak peek into really why so many coaches, why so many fitness coaches and personal trainers are just focusing on the wrong things when it comes to actually building a successful fitness business. So if you want to build a fitness business that does three things. One, it gives you the ability to earn the money that you want. Two, it gives you the ability to impact the people doing the work that you love. And three, it actually has you living the life with the freedom that you want at the same time. Then stick with me, because here it is. A dude sending me a photo, pretty much naked, covering up his junk, asking if he's in good enough shape to grow his fitness business. I have really sat on this for a while because I got this a little while ago and I didn't exactly know how I wanted to present this, because this isn't cool, this isn't good, and this is something that I want to stamp out because I want to give you what is actually working right now, literally what coaches are using all around the world to build successful fitness businesses. So you have clients coming to you, you can charge what it is that you're worth. You're able to actually set the business up so it not only gives your clients the best possible results, but it also gives you the life that you want to live. And if we're just meeting for the first time, hi, I'm Chris Dufay, I'm the CEO of the Coaches Cartel, and really simply, we help coaches get more clients and get more freedom. So I want to get one thing straight right now, and I then want to give you the actual step-by-step playbook for how you can get clients coming to you. And look, I've got to be perfectly honest. Number one, I'm guilty of this as well. I competed as a fitness model in London, in Denmark, and in Australia. And when I really first got started, I was doing it with the motivation that this is going to help my personal training business. So I've been there. I was the one thinking that if I get in better shape, I'm going to be able to get more followers. And then I'm going to be able to get more clients and have an absolutely cracking business and earn truckloads of money. And that's not how it pans out whatsoever. So I want to be able to have you actually avoid the mistakes that I made to be able to fast track the success that you want. And it firstly starts with this. Your clients care, your potential clients care about how you can get them the results that they want. Faster and easier compared to all the other options that are out there, compared to all of your other competitors. And this is where you just simply need to be able to do a couple of really key, simple things that I'm going to show you right now in this episode so that you can have people, number one, seeing you as the go-to coach, seeing you as the authority, seeing you as the person that's going to get them the results faster and easy compared to your competitors, and then really simply making sure that they're primed to actually come on board and sign onto your programs, prepared to pay what you're worth. So I want to make this really practical right now, and I want to give you 3 case studies. I want to show you what 3 other 6 and multiple 6 and even a 7-figure coach are doing right now today to be able to get clients coming in, paying what they're actually charging, and happily building a business that gives them the freedom that they want. But I've got to be perfectly honest. It's not about doing the 101 other things that so many other gurus and PT business coaches are telling you what to do today. You don't need to be posting on Instagram all day. You don't need to be building a website. You do not need to be putting together a fancy sales funnel. You don't need to start by trying to run a challenge, especially if you don't know how to turn followers into clients. And you don't need to be having a big social media following or being an influencer. And you don't need to waste time trying to set up fancy Facebook ads. And you don't need to spend months and months trying to create your online coaching program or app. So here's what I know works, because this is what we're doing with hundreds of coaches all around the world right now. And that is, firstly, number one, you need to have what we call a sales pipeline. You need to make sure that you have a system in place that does 3 important things. And I say system because it is something that has to be working day in, day out, that you can trust. So number one, the sales pipeline is, how do you get someone to actually know you first? How do you get someone to go, okay, well, I know who you are and what you do and why you are so special compared to everybody else is out there? How are you separating yourself from your competition? So taking them from the I don't know you to I know you to then building a like and trust factor with them and then taking them through the steps, because you've got to answer, okay, great, you're in good shape. Right, awesome, that's fantastic. There's plenty of other people with a six-pack out there, and this is why it doesn't matter. But how do you actually have a message that gets really clear and communicative towards the person? So there's three things you're going to have to think about right now, and I call this the message market medium triangle. So think of a triangle right now. On one side of the triangle, you've got your message. So what is your message at the end of the day? Why are you actually important to this person, and why are they going to say, ah, yes, and take notice of you, and to be able to give you something precious of them, and that is their attention. Why are they going to give you their attention? The next part of it is market. Who is the actual market that you're talking to? Are you clear about who you're actually wanting as clients, and you being able to make sure that your message is resonating with your market? The third part of the triangle is media. Where is your market at the end of the day? Are they on Instagram? Are they on Facebook? Are they reading magazines? What blogs are they on? What are all the different mediums that your potential market is actually on, and getting sure that you have a message talking to your market on those mediums. This is the very first step that we take with any coach when we sit down in their strategy sessions. And this is why I want to give this to you now, because you can fast track through this. Then the second part of your sales pipeline is how do you get someone to actually then take the next steps with you? We call this an application funnel, and this is why you'll see coaches being able to close 8, 9 out of 10 leads consistently, week in, week out. And this is the key part, because I've got to be perfectly honest. Most coaches think that they need leads. They're mostly coming onto strategy sessions and, Chris, I want to get more leads. Show me how to get more leads. And look, we can perfectly do that, but most coaches actually have a conversion problem. They have a problem being able to get someone that knows who they are to take the next step to signing on into their program. So the application funnel solves this problem. This is where you are able to actually make sure that, number one, you're getting the right people to come through. So think of it like this. Think of it that you're walking into a club. Now, what happens when you're walking into a club? There's a bouncer, big burly dude standing in the front, and he's got a little velvet red rope next to him. Now, the thing is, you've got to get past that velvet red rope. How do you do that? You've got to be the right fit for the club. If you're just a dude that's looking all scruffy and you're not good and you're not with any girls, it's not very likely he's going to let you pass. But if you are the right fit, if you are what they're looking for, he'll happily let them in. Now, for us in the Coaches Cartel, it's really simple. If I'm happy for you to come over and have dinner with me and my family, then I want to work with you, and you're going to be coming inside the Coaches Cartel. If you're somebody that's a bit of a douche, or someone's a bit hard to work with, or just someone that I'm just not feeling great with, then we don't want to work together, because then there's friction in that relationship and that's not fun. So I want you to think about what is the barrier of entry to make sure that you're only taking on the right type of clients. Because let's be perfectly honest, we've all had those energy vampires, the type of clients that you don't love to work with, and you probably signed them on, because I know I did this when I was a personal trainer. I signed on those clients because they were willing to pay me money, and I was like, yes, okay, anyone with a heartbeat and a credit card is a potential client. But that's not the way that we run successful fitness businesses. And this is why I want to introduce you to Aaron, that just last month did over $137,000 as a personal trainer. Then the second part we have to talk about your application funnel is actually what we call the event, which is what is going to be the trigger to turn a lead into a client. What's that one specific event that they have to go through? Now, most commonly, it's going to be a face-to-face conversation, or it's a conversation over a phone or over the computer, like in a video call. Now, the thing is, most coaches think that they have to be really good at sales, or they've got to be salesy, or they need this big, long script to be able to follow word for word. You just sound like a bit of a douche if you're doing that. What's really simple is you just need to be able to have a fit or no fit call. This is what we do. We make sure, are you a fit? Are you getting through that red velvet rope? Or are you not a fit? You're not right for the program. I can't give you what you're looking for. Or there's something else that is a bit of a mismatch. And that is why I want to introduce you to Callum, because he just sold $39,000 of personal training in just 2 days. So what we've gone through is your sales pipeline first. That's step number one, making sure that you're clear on actually how to have that conversion process happen and how you can do it with a system that you can trust day to day, week to week, month to month, and you know clients are going to be coming on board. Now, we can now answer the big question, which I know you're probably asking, which I kind of alluded to before, how do you get more leads? And this is not about, I have to be very clear with this. This is not about you having a big social media following. This is about you being able to attract the right people and get them moving forward. And importantly, and this is where I see most fitness influencers get stuck, because I have people with very large Instagram followings or very large YouTube followings not be able to actually convert their followings into clients. And this is what I call getting in the friend zone. And what is the friend zone? There's someone that might be watching your stuff, reading your stuff, engaging with your stuff, but they're not buying your stuff. You're in the friend zone, and that's not fun, and we want to avoid that. And this is a perfect example. This is a YouTuber with over 85,000 subscribers struggling to get leads day to day, struggling to get clients week to week, and the business just absolutely stuck at a hole. And this is what I want you to avoid. And this is when it comes to the final step. And this is what is needed. And it's really an action plan, because it depends on a couple of things of what you need to do right now. And really, why I can't give you an exact next steps, because there's a few things. I don't know where you're starting right now. I don't know what type of business. Maybe you're starting from scratch. Maybe you're a personal trainer freelancing. Maybe you're in a gym. Maybe you're a gym owner. Maybe you're just an online trainer. They all are dependent on what the next steps need to be. But then there's the second factor, and that is, where do you actually want to go? What's the type of business that you need to be doing? How much money do you want to be earning? And then thirdly, what's the business model that you want to move over into? Most coaches and trainers right now are in the wrong business model. What they're doing isn't actually going to get them the money, the freedom, or the impact that they ultimately want. So they need to change over into the right model. Maybe it's a hybrid model where you're doing some semi-private coaching and online coaching. Maybe you want 100% online coaching. Maybe you want to run a gym and have online revenue coming through as well. It's all dependent, and that's why I'm not going to say right now, these are the three things you must do, because it's going to be complete lie. It's hogwash, and I'm not going to say that to you, because you might get started and you'll figure out pretty soon that it's actually not going to give you the results that you want. And that's also why I want to introduce you to Bruno, because Bruno has been able to get started in just a couple of months, be able to go from zero online coaching business to a thriving multiple six-figure fitness business where now he can live anywhere in the world. So we've covered some key critical next steps for you already in this episode. And why I wanted to share this with you is because I don't want you to get hung up or stuck or worried about how good of in shape you really are. Or I don't want you worried about how big your following is. These are things that are just vanity metrics. These are the things that aren't going to be the things that you need to focus on to truly build the future, to truly build the business, to truly build the money and income that you want to be having as well. And really the next steps and the easiest way to figure out what is the plan for the next 12 months. What is it that you need to be doing? Well, what we do is we set up a strategy session. This is just a quick brainstorm session so we can help you first, because to be perfectly honest, we need to make sure that you are a right fit, just like what you need to do with your clients moving forward. But you need to make sure that you're clear on what your future needs to look like, what your plan needs to look like, what it is that you need to do to build the business you want, and we can lay that out for you. And obviously, if you don't get the plan that you want, you don't want help implementing, no dramas, no hard feelings. You get to run away with the plan that we've already mapped out for you. Or if you want help actually implementing that plan, then we can walk you through those next steps. And that's why the very first thing that we must do is actually get your plan laid out for you. So what I'll do is I'll pop a link below. You can book in and apply for your strategy session so we can make sure that you're clear with your next 12 months at the very bare minimum. And then we can make sure we can help you grow the business that you really want. So we've gone through some key critical next steps with you, and if you want help building out what your next 12 months needs to look like, if you want us to be able to help you lay out what it is that you need to be doing so that you can rapidly earn the money that you want, you can start helping the people that you want, and you can start building more freedom into your life, then I'll pop a link below for you to be able to book in your strategy session. This is just a quick brainstorm so we can help you first to figure out, are you a good fit to work with us? And secondly, what is your plan that you're happy to move forward with? And if you want help implementing that plan, great, we'll show you how to do that. If not, no hard feelings, it's all good. At least you've got a plan that you can follow through with yourself as well. And as always, thank you so much for being here. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode. Now, this is where I want to make sure that you get the most out of being here, and I want to hear from you. So if you've enjoyed this episode, click like and make sure I can send you the new episodes each and every week. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Also, I really want to make sure that I'm giving you exactly what you need. So comment below. I want to know what you're going to take away from this episode. And the best conversations after every episode always happen in the Breaking Success Tribe. I'll pop a link below for you to join the free group so you get access to the guides, the live streams. I'm in there answering your questions personally each and every day. Plus you get all the episodes as well. So thank you so much for being here and joining us. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next episode.